Hi, I'm MAC, and welcome to my channel. To all my returning subscribers, thank you. And all my new subscribers, go ahead and click that notification bell. That way you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. And to all those who are just passing through, go ahead, take a moment, listen to what I got to say. And if you like it, hit that subscribe button. That way you'll be notified as well. But today, I want to talk about something, how love is the foundation of all things. And when I say that is, if you're not doing it with love, then why do it even at all? Because when your heart is in it, that's when you're giving your best and people can receive your best. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is as as a student of life, which I consider myself, I've had the opportunity to learn from many of people. And I've always been able to tell, well, after experience, those that love what they do versus those that don't love what they do. Those that enjoy teaching and those that don't enjoy teaching. Now, I'm not saying that we're all called to be teachers, but what I am saying is everyone at one point in their lifetime will teach someone something, whether you're doing it on purpose, by accident, or just a happenstance. But we're all called to be teachers at some point in our lives. And having love is the foundation to any teaching. Because if you don't have love, then you have nothing. And when I speak of this, I can pull from Corinthians, and it's Corinthians chapter 8. And it's the Apostle Paul speaking, and he speaks about having love. In having love, he says that we know that we all possess knowledge, but knowledge puffs up while love builds up. And that is the truth. Because the many people I've had the opportunity to learn from, when they spoke with love, when they talked with love, when they brought love into the classroom or into the teachable moments of my life, I always received the wisdom and the knowledge that they had to offer willingly. Whether it whether it came to me at that very moment or somewhere down the line, I began to reminisce about the past and the things that they told me were were spoken, were rehearsed to me. And that's because they did it with love. You see, the way it speaks is Paul said that knowledge puffs up, but love builds up. Knowledge is amoral. Now, amoral is not really giving regards to being moral or immoral. It doesn't care. And knowledge is amoral because when you gain knowledge, it comes from a many different sources. You can gain knowledge by learning what not to do. You can gain knowledge by learning what to do. And every time you gain knowledge, it necessarily isn't always to your benefit. And the reason why I'm saying that is sometimes you gain knowledge through experience, and it may not necessarily be a good experience for you. But knowledge can be used in a moral and immoral ways. Morally, when you combine knowledge with love. You see, one thing I can definitely highlight is the love that I've received from people in my family, such as my grandmother and my mother, who taught me lessons as a child, even as an adult, and they taught it wrapped in love. And I could always tell because not only did they speak of wise things, but they imparted the wisdom that came with that. And it wasn't a sense of carelessness, but they cared not only how I received it, but they cared about the way I would use it in the future. Because they knew that they were teaching me something, and they knew that I would carry that along with me as being part of a generation that came after them. So it was a sense of them teaching me something in reference to their legacy. And that's love. If someone teaches you something, takes the time to give you a part of them, that's a part of their legacy. And when someone knows that, they're conscious of that, they can't help but to wrap that in love, because they know that whatever their legacy is, that is what's going to speak long after they're gone. So the ability to pass on wisdom and knowledge is not only a gift to the receiver, but is a gift to the giver as well. Now, it also can be used immorally. And immorally when it's combined with pride and arrogance. You don't want to put yourself in a position where you feel like you've gained so much knowledge that you feel like you're prideful in your delivery. Not because you care, but because you think less of the situation that you're in. don't want to puff yourself up with knowledge. Now, we all are students of life. We're all placed here to learn and to teach. But we are not above reproach. We are not above each other. We're all humans called by God to do His will. So we all must recognize that each one has been called for a specific purpose. And it's God who determines what calling is placed on who, not us. So we are to maintain that love because that love keeps us grounded. Like the Apostle Paul said, knowledge puffs up, but love builds up. When you speak with love, when you teach with love, not only do you instill knowledge into a person, but you're doing it with wisdom because it is wisdom that teaches us how to use that knowledge. And when we instill the wisdom and knowledge into the student or the pupil that we are teaching, we teach them how to instill wisdom and knowledge into those that come after them. So that's where the legacy is. Because how you treat people reflects on how they treat people. And I know that we are not responsible for the way other people treat others, but we have an influence on the people that we treat, on the people and the way we treat them. Because that influence goes from us to them and from them to others. So we have to be very mindful of that when we are out and the way we carry ourselves, the way we show up, the way we love. Remember, love builds up. That's all I wanted to talk about today. I pray that this message finds you well. God bless. And until next time, thank you.